Hello everybody and welcome back to the Hilltop Pillbox here in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada, and 14.2 the Comintern, and we are moving along, and if you've been paying attention, you saw it. The Germans took Turkey, Crete, Peloponnese, Switzerland, and London. Yes, it's true, London has fallen. Call Gerard Butler. Alright, it's over. But it's not over as to how much stuff is there, and we've got some other stuff to do to figure things out. So stick with us, folks. Stick with us, because there's some rules that kind of got confused a little bit, and some things, and then if we were standing around the table, no problems. But it's difficult to do over YouTube, folks. All right, here we go. This is my purchase for the Soviets, and there's some maybes in here. Depending on my role, that's my purchase for the CCP, and that's a definite. All right, so here we go. My roll here is going to really make what I buy. This is the roll I'm looking at. All right, here we go. Okay, so I did not get the blue or the red, so strategic rockets and radar I did not get, but I got the other three, which is pretty cool. So I did get improved construction. That one is done. That is done. And that was yellow. So red, okay, long-range aircraft. A little longer range. And then jet fighters. Yes. There you go. Red Air Force kicking into high gear, baby. All right. So here we go. My buy. For 20 bucks, I was able to buy all that. Why? Because my land units cost $1 less than normal, thanks to the UK declaring war on me last turn. Dun 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 dun. So thanks. Appreciate that, Jinx. My stuff's cheap, cheap, cheap. Now, I am spending a lot of money on land units, but I'm also buying 2 transports. So I got 2 AA guns, 2 Marines, and 2 Katyushas for 20 bucks, 2 transports for 14, my Free International Brigade. I got 7 cavalry for 14. I've got 2 air bases, so we're not building those. I got 2 air bases that I'm building quickly because of improved construction. Dun, dun, dun. And I've got 7 bucks for 7 militia. Over here we've got the Communist Chinese, who have 9 bucks for 3 infantry, 1 free infantry, 2 artillery for 8, and 4 bucks with the Lend-Lease from the Soviets. Spasiba. Building a little bit of rail in some nasty territory. All right. Well, let's just hop right into it, folks. We're going to start with the big one, because I've already got it on the battle board, so why not? So yes, this is the way it looks now. Now I think this is down to 4 or 5 fighters, but I'm going to wait until it's all ironed out. Now what I'm doing is I'm bringing my fleet over to the English Channel, and in that fleet I'm going to bring 2 infantry, and we're attacking the British Midlands. There's 2 infantry, 2 Marines, 3 advanced artillery, and 1 more Marine. So if he gets 4 hits with these 9 units, or well 8 because the AA can't shoot, that'll be it for my attack on the British Midlands. That will be it. I won't even be able to land anything. But I'm going to English Channel. I know this is fairly unceremoniously done, but we're Russians. We don't care. We are going to be stuck in the water, but at least we'll have the protection of the German fleet. Did you expect to hear that? The Russians are grateful to have the protection of the German fleet. All right. I've also got wartime economy. Hopefully I don't forget to roll that. I've got my dice ready, and hey, look, boxcars. All right, so what we've got here is we've got those 2 infantry, the 3 Marines, and the 3 advanced artillery. We're going up against 2 militia, an airborne, a strategic bomber. Now the heavy bomber is here on the chart, but it's a 3 in the book. So I've decided to err on the side of the rule book, go there. We've got the AA that's not shooting, but it can be taken as a casualty. 2 infantry, 2 American infantry, and 2 fighters. Okay, so this is a long shot. I'm essentially just trying to take a little bit of heat off any sort of a reply. So I've got my cruiser that's going to hit at a 2, and all the stuff landing hits at a 2. So wish me luck. Here we go. You didn't wish me luck, but those are really good rolls. 3, 4, 5, and 6, 6, 6. Oh, that's a problem. All right. Well, that didn't go too well at all. All right, so he's got 4 2s and 1 3. So here we go, 4 2s and 1 3. Okay, well, no hits there. That's somewhat decent of him. And now I've got 2 at 4. Well, that's all right. And then 2 at 6. Here's his fighters. Oi! Oi! Look at that. Well, that is pretty sweet. So that allows my advanced artillery to land, shooting at a 4. And it's going to move these 3 Marines up to a 3. So here we go. Now we got our first strike with our artillery. So we're at 4s, and here we go. Well, we got 1 hit. We got 1 hit. And he said take off the militia first. So we're taking off the militia first. Okay. And now we've got 2 at 2, 2 yellow, and then, well, let's do it other way. So we got 2 reds at 2, and 3 yellow at 3. So the reds are 2, the yellows are 3s. Okay, well, the red got another hit. Okay, so he's going to lose a militia, but he gets to shoot back. All right, so he's got 3 at 2 and 1 at 3. So 3 at 2 and 1 at 3. Here we go. Ooh. All right, so you got 1 hit. Infantry goes away. And now he's got 2 at 4. No hits there. Let's do that again with the planes. Oh, you weren't listening. All right, so 2 more hits. Ouch. That's 1 and 2. All right, so I'm getting down to it here. I need to get more hits than I've been getting. All right, so I've got 2 at 3 and 3 at 4. So we'll do this. So 2 at 3 and 3 at 4. Here we go. Oh, what is that? All right, well, I got 1 hit. All right, now... Oh, shoot. All right, sorry, folks. Little musical interlude here. I've just got to check. I didn't think I'd get this many hits. So he gave me a list of the order of casualties. So I'm just going to head back to the order of casualties here. Sorry. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So, oh shoot. I was supposed to take the AA first, then the militia. All right, so that'll be what that is, which means I took the militia off in the second round. So he gets... he gets 2 more shots out of 2. Okay, now we're back to where we were. Sorry about that, Jinx. All right, so we got AA, militia, airborne, and then infantry. Okay, so he's wanting to keep the aircraft for good reason, because he's going to use them to pummel me later. Okay, so that doesn't count anymore. So now we've got, I already rolled the extra die for the militia this turn, so off we go. So we've got 2 at 2. Oh! There goes a Marine. Man, I'm killing myself here. 1 at 3. Oh, come on! 2 at 4. Another hit. Good grief. Well, that's it for me. And 2 at 6. Okay, at least they missed. All right. Good grief. I got shredded that turn. Okay. Well, here we go. I've got 2 advanced artillery shots. Oh, shoot. You know what? You know what? I screwed up last round because I think I got a hit with my artillery, but I didn't take it off right away. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We screw up. My bad. Here we go. A 1 and a 5. Oh, that would have been nice to get 2. So, I'm going to kill the airborne. That's first strike. So, yeah, that could have cost me. That could have cost me. Here we go. It's a 2. A 3. 2 4s. Yeah, why not, eh? Get them both in one shot. There we go. All right. Well, my attack failed miserably as far as losing 8 units to his 4, but I was able to knock him down to the 2 fighters, 2 bombers, and 2 American infantry. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Thanks for holding on with us, folks, and all this Crazy stuff here. So it's militia, like that, and like that. So we took care of that, and he took care of all that. But that's okay. That's okay. We did not expect to win. This was not about winning. This was simply about whittling. And I think we whittled pretty well. You know what they say, whittle while you work? Okay. It's not all the dice rolling I have. I've just got... yeah, I've only got one more. Oh, no, we got two more die rolls going on here. So you see all my aircraft and that cavalry and this airborne. You can see the red arrow there kind of blends in. Is coming down here to attack this airborne. So he... that was a brilliant move by him. My hat is off to him because that cut my rail, so I can't rail anything down all the way to Azerbaijan this turn. Hats off. That was a great move, Jinx. All right, so here we got airborne at 3, cavalry at 2, because I think we're going to treat this like a mountain territory. That's a tough one, but I think it's a mountain territory. And then we will go with all of our planes. So we'll just start with all of our planes. We have 5 fighters and 4 tacticals. Okay, so we're going to start with that. So 5 fighters. Here we go. Got to get a hit with a 6. Yeah, well, there we go. We got him. And he's an airborne, so he's defending at a 2. Whew. All right. So this is back under our control. So Britain goes down 3. We go up 3. And we'll fly everybody back to where they're supposed to go. And then we have the commies moving in with their mile-high stack there, and 3 artillery, not advanced, unfortunately, because the Soviets, although they share money and some prestige, they will not share technology. I think they should, though. Gonna have to talk to the HBG people and say, you know, if Britain, Canada, and FEC, and they can trade, they can do all that, I think the commies should be able to. All one big happy party, right? Okay, and here we go. We are going to be moving in 4 infantry and 4 artillery. We are going to be moving we're going to move in 2 tanks, 4 cavalry, 1 artillery. This is all on the rail, by the way, but that's not a problem because it's just next door. And then these 3 infantry are moving in as well. So in Burma, sorry there, Calcutta Militia. In Burma, we have 3 infantry, 2 medium armor, 1 artillery, 4 cavalry. In Bengal, we have 4 each of infantry and artillery. And in Benares, we have, I believe it's 20 infantry and 3 artillery. And then we've got these planes. Got to do something about these planes. And you know what? I want to hang on to my planes. So we're going to put our planes here. Our planes right there. All right, now it's time to move things on the rail. Well, move thing on the rail. All right, so we've got the artillery from Shensi. He's going to rail all the way down here. So now we have 2 artillery in Burma. The cavalry is going to move 1, 2 to Hunan. These 2 infantry are going to stay where they are. And I think that, oh, forgot 1 attack over here. It's not really an attack, it's just an attrition attack. We'll just roll it now. So I got 5 advanced artillery, just firing some pot shots over into southern Iran. So, and it says at 2 in the book, but mountain, because it's mountain, it drops down to 1. And I had to check with the higher ups today, and they said, yep, it's down to a 1. So good luck. They didn't say good luck, but anyway. Yeah, it was close. It was close. Could have been somebody. All right. So, I believe that is all my attacks. That's everything. And then this walk on. All right, so Britain is going to go down 5 because it lost North Caucasia and Iraq. Now they have lost all their money, but they're probably going to get back. They're going to go down 5. We're going to go up 5 with that. And FEC lost to Benares, so I think they're at 11. Not entirely sure. And the commies are up to 19. And before I forget, I'm going to roll my wartime economy. We're just going to roll it out here in the ocean. We got 9. $9. It's better than a kick in the butt with a frozen muckluck. All right. Then I think that is everything we are doing. I believe that's everything. All right, so time to do some non-coms then. So he's going to fly back to Moscow. Get rid of these arrows. These planes, let's see here. We are going to have 2 planes come down here. We're going to have 3 fighters come down here, actually. 3 fighters. And then the tacticals and the other 2 fighters are going to stay back there for now. We are going to send this is a light armor and a regular artillery. I've had them since the beginning of the game. And they are going to come all the way over and they're going to land here in Primorsky Krai. Right. Oh, I'm sure I'm forgetting something for non-com. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Yes, I am forgetting something. Oh, you know what? No, actually I'm not. I'm not forgetting something. But I am going to move this militia. He's going to move right into Leningrad, actually. Infantry is going to stay there. Got rid of those. Sorry, folks, for all the things. Nuts. Totally forgot to do my submarine stuff. Oh well. Had some attacks going on with the subs. Totally forgot. Alright, too late. Too bad for me. Alright, well, what can you do? What can you do when you live in a shoe? Here we go. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move this guy 1 and leave him there. Wow, I can't believe I forgot to do that. And we are going to go 1 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there we go. So my Russian subs are in 109, 107, 74, and 47. So now I believe there's a chance for me to do convoy raiding on here, but I think I had to declare that. So nuts. All right, well, you got off the hook there easy. There, Jinx. All right. And I have a standing open door policy with the Germans here. I'm going to send this stuff. My coastal can only go 1, so he's going to end up there, but these guys can go 2. I'm going to send them back to the Black Sea. Actually, we're going to keep them all together because the British have these heavy hitters over here, and they're going to try something. I just know they are. All right, so now it's time to put everything on. We'll start with the commies. So the commies are going to be putting 3 infantry on, and we're going to put 1 on there and 2 on in Shangtung. Or actually, you know what? Nuts to that. We're going to put all 3 into Nanking. 3 infantry are going into Nanking. And this cavalry actually that came down from here, he's going to go into Nanking as well. I forgot about Nanking because now with the Americans here, and they've got, as you can see, a big mess. And they've got lots of guys who can land, and they've got bombards, and they got air power, so they can pretty much do what they want. So it could be fun. So we're going to do that. We get our free infantry here. And our free infantry is going to go into Nanking as, oh, it can't. I already got 3 guys in there. We'll put him into Kwangtung. So we've added 1 more to Kwangtung, and we didn't take any out of Kwangtung. So we moved our 3 planes and 1 infantry into Kwangtung from the beginning of the turn. And then, of course, our 2 artillery have to go in Shenxi. Alright. So now, Communist China is at 19, and we get our 2 bonus for having territory next to the Grand Soviet Empire. So we're going to get $21. There's 5, 10, 15. Oh, that's what we had this turn. Look at that. Anyway, what a mess. They'd make good Russians. Okay, here is where I'm putting in my rail line. Okay, so now there is rail connecting all the way from Moscow all the way to Benares. You saw it here first, folks. All right, so that's everything for the commies. They got 21 bucks to spend next turn. The Soviets, with their air bases, we're going to put 1 in Azerbaijan, and we're going to put 1 in Transcaucasus. We are going to put our 7 horsies in Transcaucasus. Oh, and these guys, yeah, my Katyushas obviously are moving down. Obviously. These horsies will, what are they going to do? Are they going to move down? Yeah, they're going to move down. So I'm going to move down. I've got 5 cavalry are moving down into Azerbaijan. Okay. More placements. Alright, so now I've got an anti-aircraft gun. I only placed 7 things in Transcaucasus, so they're going to get an anti-aircraft gun there. The other anti-aircraft gun is going to go into Stalingrad, of all places. We've got our Free International Brigade going into Moscow. We've got these 6 units, and these are all going into Leningrad. So I'm just going to walk these up, and then I'll be putting on my militia. They're going to be in a wonderful place. All right, here we go. So we've got, I've seen that Jinx and Panzer King glue these things on to the militia and the Marines and the different specialized units. And I'd like to do that, but I don't think I have enough to do that. But I'm working on it. I did order from HBG again last week. And I'm having it shipped FedEx because HBG gets the stuff in the mail like next day. Boom. I always get the email. Sometimes it's the same day. Like, boom. Right there in the mail. And the last shipment took from the 14th of January until like near the end of February. And I know COVID is wreaking havoc with mail and stuff. It's not even something to get mad at. It's just a fact, right? So I am just trying FedEx. And FedEx cost, actually, can't remember if it was more or less, but it's supposed to be here this week. So if it is, I'm willing to pay the extra couple bucks for that. Okay, 2 militia are going into Primorsky Krai. Another militia is going in here. Another militia is going in here. Another militia is going in Barancha. That's Chita, by the way, beside. And then I've got 2 more militia. And militia. We love you, militia. And we'll just start popping them around in here. Maybe we'll put 1 in Moscow and we'll put 1 in Oral-Kursk. All right. So that is everything for them. Let's see what kind of scratch we're going to have next turn. I always love getting my international brigade guy ready. That always makes me feel good. All right, so we've got $57 because we went up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we had been knocked down to 52 by the blessed British. So now we have 57. So let's get that going here. 20, 30, 40. Whoop, there's a 10. 50. Now let's get some white ones going here. 54, 55, 56, 57. We got 9 with our money there, so that's all right. So here's $9. And we get some bonuses here. And of course, I forget what they are right now. But here we go. The bonus. I know the Americans probably won't let me have my one wartime bonus, but multi-Ribbentrop, no longer in effect. Arctic convoy, U.S. can deny. I guess they're denying probably, but now I get $3 for Moscow, Leningrad, and Stalingrad are all Soviet possessed. So I get $3 more. $3 is $3, baby. So we'll grab that. And got a nice view of Africa there. I'm going to take another 5 and take out 2. So there we go. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 69. That'll make all my high school students giggle. And there we go. That is where we are with the money. Come on, CCP. Have a little respect. Well, that's the problem. They have a little respect. They don't have a lot of respect. They have a little. That's gone. All right. There's our wartime economy. Put that back as a reminder. All right. I think we're done. I think we have done everything we were set out to do. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, folks. Going to hand the reins over to Panzer King. And Japan's got problems. Got problems. There's a big problem, and he can't get to it. We're going to see if he can get somehow through this and maybe non-com his way back. I don't know. Americans have a lot of punch, but they do have a couple of transports in there too. And if you're watching the last episode of Fortress Jinx and his American turn, he built 10, count them, 10 light cruisers. Because he can build them for, oh, what are they? $6 a piece, like two turns of $3 each. So, yeah. So those will be hitting the water in probably not too long a time. But now that London has fallen, he might be wanting to send those things on over to the Atlantic. But he knows best. He's an excellent player. He's going to recover from this, no doubt, and give us fits again momentarily. I believe that's everything. Thanks so much for watching, folks. And as always, leave your comments below. And I've given up on trying to do a perfect turn. I was very close a couple turns ago because I didn't really do anything, but I still screwed something up. So I'm hoping that my turn is perfect. But yeah, we'll know. Don't know yet. I'll read your comments below. Thanks so much for watching, folks. You take care and bring on the rising sun. Okay, now that the turn is over, I just wanted to give a little bit of a little trip down memory lane, but one that holds a lot of meaning for myself personally. Back on August 19th, 1942, the Canadians, mostly Canadians, about 4,600 Canadians landed at the beaches of Dieppe and assaulted the town. And many called it a dress rehearsal for the eventual opening of the Second Front. And for about 50 years we all believed that. But what it turned out to be actually was intelligence gathering by the British Secret Service, who was in no small part kind of run by a Canadian named William Stevenson. And they knew that in the town of Dieppe, which is right on the French coast, that there was information on Enigma and the German radar systems. And so they did this assault, hoping to basically go shoot up the town a little bit, kill some Germans, hop back in the boats, and sail home. And going to protect each other, not take a lot of casualties. Unfortunately, everything went wrong. They left too late. The seas were too choppy. The Germans saw them coming in about a half an hour before they landed. The bomber command called off the bombing strikes, so they didn't soften up the beach. And the Canadians basically went right into the teeth of the tiger, and it was horrific. In about just a few hours, there were 2,000 dead and wounded and captured Canadians, out of like almost half in just a few hours. And as infuriating as that is, something that's special to my heart is there was a captain named Captain Douglas Gordon Purdy who was in the Calgary Tank Regiment, and he and his crew actually drowned in the channel in their tank. Different reports say it was hit by a shell. Others say that the seals fell. Some say they got swamped. Whatever, they died. And I can't think of a worse way to go. You're here trying to fight for freedom and fight for your country and fight for other people's countries. You're doing the best you can, and the equipment they give you is either faulty or the leadership is so abysmal that it costs you your life. And I can't imagine being in the cold water of the English Channel, and that's it, right? Your tank fills up with water and you can't get out. And so that was a sad day for many families, including my family. His aunt and uncle, actually, at that time, about 6 weeks later, their aunt Mary gave birth to a little boy, and they called him Douglas Gordon Purdy in honor of Captain Douglas Gordon Purdy. And that little bouncing baby boy was my father. And then when I was born, he wanted me to carry on the name in some way, so he called me Kurt Douglas Gordon Purdy. Now, Mom wanted to call me Kirk, but then as Dad's filling out the birth certificate, as the story goes, I was very young. I don't recall this. He saw that I'd be Kirk Douglas, and he thought, no, no, we're not going to do that, because of the Hollywood movie star at the time, the icon at the time. So he changed the last letter K to a T, and there you go. That's my name. And because of that, I have an even much closer tie to Canadian military history. I never did military. I broke both my legs when I was a teenager, and I broke my shoulder. I had a ton of problems. I got flat feet, and so I did not go military, despite my dad really wanting me to. He was in the Air Force for a short time, and but then he moved around too much, and he wanted to settle down. So we have to remember, folks, where we've come from. We have to remember how we got to the point where we can push little pieces of plastic around and whine about dice. I get pretty emotional sometimes when I just sit here and look at the board and think about what this represents. And so for my part, Captain Douglas Gordon Purdy lives on in this game, right? Lives on in this game because this is a real thing. This is the real thing, and he died trying to liberate a small part of the world for a short time, knowing they weren't there to stay. They were just there to do a raid and get out, and to die in such a manner. I tell you, it hits me hard sometimes. So just encouraging all of you to just remember, and then when you name your kids, or maybe if your parents are still around, you can ask them, hey, why do I have the name I have? Because you never know where it leads. You never know where it goes back to. And I always tell my social studies students, find out what your name means. Your name might be a very typical name, but why are you named that? And sometimes the parents don't tell them. They say, oh, it's nothing. We just like the name Dave or Sally or whatever. But sometimes there's a story. if you look at the avatar on the Hilltop Pillbox now, you'll notice that there is a man looking back at you, and that is Captain Douglas Gordon Purdy. And I thought it would be fitting to put his face on my page. And so there he is. And I should have done it a long time ago. But there he is now. And I'm sure we could all do that in some way or another. But thank you so much for watching. We're going to turn things over to Panzer King again with Japan.